My name is Erin Munt, and I am the Director of Medical Services at Myriad Genetics. Myriad Genetics provides multiple genetic and genomic tests spanning hereditary cancer risk, cancer management, mental health medication response, and prenatal health, all of which can have meaningful implications for patient care. At Myriad, our mission has always been rooted in one simple but powerful idea. When people have the right genetic information at the right time, they can make informed decisions that can change and even save lives. We see every day how genomics can empower individuals, families, and clinicians. But we also know that science alone isn't enough. Impact happens when science is paired with advocacy, education, and real human connection. That's why today's speaker and our partnership with her organization means so much to us. I'm honored to introduce Tracy Milgram, the founder and president of BRCAStrong. Tracy's story and leadership embody what it means to turn personal experience into purpose. After discovering she carried a BRCA2 pathogenic variant, Tracy recognized something critical. Patients and families needed more than a test result. They needed support, understanding, and a trusted community to help them act on that information. She founded BRCAStrong to do exactly that. BRCAStrong is a national nonprofit dedicated to educating and empowering individuals impacted by hereditary breast and ovarian cancer. Their work spans patient education, peer support, advocacy, and awareness. Meeting individuals wherever they are in their genetic journey and helping them move forward with confidence rather than fear. At Myriad, we are incredibly proud to partner with BRCAStrong because our missions align so closely. We both believe that genetic information should never stand alone. It should come with context, clarity, and compassion. Through our partnership, we work together to increase awareness and understanding of hereditary cancer risk, ensure patients and families have access to reliable education and support, and help people translate genetic insights into proactive, informed healthcare decisions. What makes this collaboration especially meaningful is that it's not abstract or theoretical, it's personal. It's grounded in real people, real families, and real outcomes. Tracy brings the patient voice, lived experience, and advocacy perspective that ensures this work remains deeply human. Together, we strive to make sure no one feels alone when facing life-altering genetic information. Today, Tracy is going to share her story, her work, and her perspective on why awareness and partnership across advocacy organizations, healthcare, and industry are more important than ever. Her insights challenge us to think not just about what is possible through innovation, but about how we can responsibly and compassionately bring those innovations to life. So on behalf of Myriad, I want to thank Tracy, not only for being here today, but also for her leadership, her courage, and the impact BRCAStrong has and will continue to have on numerous individuals and families. Please join me in welcoming Tracy Milgram, founder and president of BRCAStrong.
Thank you so much for having me here today. It's an honor to come from South Florida to share more about my mission and my story. As Erin explained, I took my pain and turned it into my purpose. But before I get started, does anybody in the audience happen to know what a previvor is? So a previvor is somebody who has a high genetic predisposition, not saying we will get a diagnosis, but our risks are higher. So for me, at the age of 18 years old, I underwent my first lumpectomy, which was benign. My grandmother was battling breast cancer. At the age of 19, I underwent another lumpectomy. It was benign. At 21, the same situation. From there, I looked at my breast surgeon and asked him, what am I up against? I'm tired and I don't want to face this as I lost my youngest aunt at 40 of breast cancer. I went in a little room, I watched a Myriad video, found out that I could know my risk for breast and ovarian cancer. And this is in 2004. So prior to Angelina Jolie sharing her story. So in the picture up there, you will see my daughter is 7 on the right, and on the left, she's about to be 17 on Tuesday. So after finding out at 21 that I had the BRCA2 mutation, it told me that I had an 87% chance for breast cancer and a 67% chance for ovarian cancer. That weighed heavy on me. Most of my friends were living their best life. I was out there fighting to know if I was ever going to receive this diagnosis. After that, I decided I wanted to get married and have kids and move life along rather quickly. As my youngest aunt died at 40, my grandmother had breast cancer. My other aunt had breast cancer, and it was also on my father's side, breast and ovarian cancer. As many of us know, ovarian cancer is caught at stage 3 or stage 4. So I know that there's no screening out there yet. That also weighed heavy on my chest. Fast forward 10 years after a decade of screening every 3 to 6 months, which caused anxiety, not knowing what those results were going to be, I decided to take surgical action. I decided to undergo a full hysterectomy at 32 years old and went into surgical menopause. 6 months later, I followed with a prophylactic bilateral mastectomy with reconstruction. Through those surgeries, I found that there was no safe space for previvors. Now, years ago, previvors and survivors kind of had like a different feel on each other because you get a diagnosis, you don't have a choice, but now you have a mutation, but you don't know if you're going to get the diagnosis. We created BRCAStrong just on a small group on Facebook, private, where women could share their story and come together. From that, I was headed into surgery, explaining to my 2 children that were 7 and 3.5 what was really going to happen. I explained to my daughter as best as I could. My 3-year-old really didn't understand, except that mommy couldn't lift him. As I was home healing after my mastectomy, my daughter looked at me in the bathroom as I was flat-chested, waiting for expansion. Was like, Mom, you're like a butterfly. You're going to be beautiful again. And that's when BRCAStrong was born 10 years ago. From that, we decided, what are we going to do and how are we going to make a difference? We said, my daughter came up with all these clever ideas and I'm like, I don't know where to take this. She's like, Mom, as you were healing, you didn't have comfort. And I said, you're right. I took a band, a string of yarn actually, to hold my drains, which are your bodily fluids coming out, emptying to make sure you don't get an infection. From there, I was like, what's next? She's like, we're going to do something called a pre-mastectomy care package. That package will go to every woman that is headed in for a mastectomy. They will get everything that they need delivered to their front door so they're prepared. And their children don't have to see what I did. So we created the pre-mastectomy care package program, which again provides everything you need prior to surgery, a comfortable bra with removable drain holders. So when your drains come out, you still have a bra because we don't have the luxury of walking in to a department store or Victoria's Secret to get those bras once you undergo a mastectomy. From there, we included drains, belts for the shower, along with robes and shirts that have drain pockets. So when your family and friends come over, they don't have to see what you're going through. It's hard enough for them to see you, but really to see everything that goes along with it. On top of that, we created a post-mastectomy bra program to offer to women who also need post-mastectomy, because once you go through a mastectomy or a hysterectomy, you kind of lose your new normal and who you are and the body changes that you face. For me, I underwent 20 breast reconstructions, faced extreme pain, extreme complications, but didn't stop fighting. I kept going because I know how important it is when you stand up in a room to feel comfortable and to provide to my 2 children and stand up. Our pre-mastectomy care package is everything in there. We also offer a BCure sample, which is for radiation and chemo burns. Your skin dries out also after surgery. What do you use? If you want an all-natural product, it's made with Manuka honey. This is our in real life program. So as you see, there's different women and men. We also offer male pre-mastectomy care packages because as I see, there's many men in this room. A lot of men don't talk about breast cancer or that they can carry a genetic mutation. For me, I found out my genetic mutation came from my mother, who is now fighting stage 4 as multiple myeloma, which is now linked to the BRCA mutation. And that's why I'm so proud to be here to work with Myriad, as finding out there's other cancers that are associated with these genes are so imperative in how you play a role in your healthcare and how you are treated. For me, I'm seen in a high-risk program once a year. Even though I had a mastectomy and a hysterectomy, I'm still at risk for skin cancer, for pancreatic cancer. These are things that we can undergo surveillance for. I know many of us don't want to ever undergo genetic testing or think about it, but for me, I've taken, like I said, my pain and turned it into my purpose as pancreatic cancer. There's no screening, but if you carry a BRCA mutation, there's clinical trials that you can get into to undergo screening to catch a cancer early. We also offer a gynecological care package, which is everything to pick a woman up after she goes through a hysterectomy. Some of our community programs that we do are transformational photo shoots. As I stated, it is so important to feel whole again. And there's so many women that lose their hair, that lose their breasts, that don't get the option to have reconstruction, or their body doesn't allow the reconstruction. And there's ways that we help them transform that. Our program on the screen now is something called Dear Body, which is something I created 10 years ago, and we have filmed 100 women this year. So this project informs you to come in as your most authentic self, and we transition you with writing your story on your body and sharing the self-love and embracing it and taking you through the entire transformation. These women are speechless. As you guys see, there's the woman on the bottom right is flat-chested. Her body was not able to handle the reconstruction. The lady on the top left corner is also a flatty. And then Kristen on the top right is somebody who is mid-phase going through reconstruction. She was in the expander process and really just having a very hard time accepting that new normal. After the photo shoot, she felt like a superstar, were her words. These are what we provide in real life reasons for. We do a national 5K every year to, again, promote awareness, have educational panels, and really just thrive to educate and share how important it is to know your family history, get into the community, because there's a lot of taboo, as all of us know, in different diversities and different ethnics of, oh, well, we don't talk about it. Try to have those informed decisions. Make those come to life with your family. Go back into your roots and see how far back, where you're from. For example, I'm Ashkenazi Jewish descent, which already puts me at a higher risk for carrying a BRCA mutation. Over the past 10 years, I've dedicated all of my time and life to putting in and giving to the community. I received the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award last year, signed by President Joe Biden. Also had Thrive Cosmetics name a product after me, which carries on my story and allows me to go into the community again and educate on different levels. This is one of our programs that we do every year. We go to the Intercontinental in Miami and light up pink. As we all know, pink is out there, But what does it really mean? When you see a pink ribbon, everybody's like, oh, I want that t-shirt. But what does that really mean? We have all these organizations, but who's putting in the footwork? So always check where you support and who you support. Because is it going to research? Is it going to just help somebody, or is it going to actually make an impact in the community? We go and partner with different educational vans, so different hospitals all over the world in different states. We have Greensboro, North Carolina coming up next. We bring different vans to different locations in rural, underinsured, and uninsured communities. This van right here does HPV screening, self-sampling. We also do pap smears as well as mammograms and skin checks. Over the last decade, we have made a true impact and helped over 11,000 women. Making that a difference in everybody's lives has really brought more knowledge to me. As going through all of the years, from 20 years ago when I found out I had a genetic mutation to now, the advancements that I see, I'm so proud to be a part of. I last week was at a conference where they were talking about a BRCA vaccine. For me, that's life-changing. It gives me chills. Why? I have two children. They're both at risk, 50% of carrying the same genetic mutation that I do. My daughter, as the creator of my organization, stands proud to talk about how this can be a life changer for her and my son. So as I stand here and educate all of you, during the day, we have some QR codes. We would love for you to stop by. Through Myriad, it's a My Risk. You can fill out the questionnaire, answer your questions, share with your family and friends, and really here to provide any questions and answers that you guys have for me. I'm open to sharing. I am also two-time skin cancer survivor. Also had major brain surgery 3 years ago. So I have fought the fight for a very long time and will not give up, and just make sure that I stand up here proud to educate everybody around me. You can go online and follow us. You can go online and look at our website, and I'm happy to answer any questions that anybody has.